Hi everyone, welcome back to Total War Therapy, and I'm very happy to make the tier maker ranking list of Kislev, one of my personally favorite faction in the game. Let me just say a couple of things before. First, this Friday I will come with one of the first series of this channel, so I'm very excited and curious about what you will think, because it's a year that I don't make a video like that. And second, I would like to explain why I made the rankings of the faction of the last DLC, Omens of Destruction, so Khorne and Greenskins, and I skipped Ogre Kingdoms. The reason is that at the moment I don't feel competent enough. I know that some of my ranking choices may look controversial sometimes, but I still make a ranking when I have a 100% well-rounded opinion of any unit of a roster, and I feel I need some more time to be enough expert about Ogre Kingdoms before making a full unit ranking, and believe me, I'm playing hard every day to achieve this. Thank you for listening to me. Please feel free to support my channel if you enjoy my videos, and we can start. The criteria we will follow to write down these rankings are the same of the other videos. We will take into consideration not only the pure value of a unit, but also the price and the building required to recruit it. Then the cost opportunity, so if there are other options to fill the same role better in the roster. And at the end, how much management is needed to use a unit effectively. Kossars were at the release the only cheap infantry option available for Kislev. There are two variants, the version with the spears, that for me is an overpowered choice, and the normal version, that for me is a Chaos War Shrine, that in my vocabulary means unrecruitable, or I mean that you should not recruit if you want to play effectively this game. Why this? I will explain you why. Even if they are comparable, the version with spears is infinitely better at its role. They have more defense, a bonus anti-large that plus the missile attack makes them a worthy option even in the mid-late campaign. They don't need any babysitting, and they require just a first tier basic military building to be recruited. The version with access loses some defense in exchange of a melee attack, questionably helpful for a unit that in any case will hardly win a fight against all the other same tier infantry, and a charge bonus a charge bonus for what? They are archers first of all, so why should you need a bonus to charge? To charge what? The only excuse and reason to recruit them is because you need just the settlement. But if you colonize a region and you have urgency to defend the region, even in this end crisis scenario, you had better build a Kislevite Warriors Doomstack. For me, another overpowered unit in this roster. They cause me a headache when I fight against them. Cheap but with a high leadership, armor piercing damage, anti-large, a wide formation. They stand still in melee combat with opponents that are twice their price. I would ban this unit if I could, because it's too strong for its price. Now, for a second tier basic military building, you get access to the armor kossars. No bow, but a fancy pistol with little range and the need for a straight clear line. I would put the version with the shield in the A tier. They are the best cost-effective defensive infantry of the roster, excellent at their role and as a front line. Unlike the great, the great weapon variants, here we are, that, they are strong as a support second line infantry, but in the second line you don't need the pistol anymore, because you need a straight sight to aim at the target, so why? The only reason to recruit them is if you need badly armor piercing damage with the low tier building, so for me a C tier option. Tsarguard, for me both in the B tier of this ranking. When you move forward in the campaign, you need an excellent front line, and the version with shield fills that role majestically, even if for a very high price. The same for the version with great swords. Here we have a pure support unit, specialized against armored infantry, and they do exactly what they are hired for. I don't put them in a higher tier because, as I said, they are far too expensive, and for the shield version, the armor kossars can still do a great job in the late campaign. And for the version with swords, they are strong, but Kislev has many other ways to deal damage to tough infantry. Now let's move to the mostly missile infantry for Kislev, Akshina ambushers. Personally, one of the scariest unit in this game. They had to nerf them multiple times because they were made too strong. They deserve a overpower tier. They get stalk, more than decent melee stats, and a huge missile power. Hold this package in a second tier advanced military building. They are scary. For the same price and a third tier building, you can recruit the Streltsy. Yeah, this is a sad decision, but I will put them in the C tier. They are lovely for many reasons, but I find hard to extract value from them. Not a long range, very poor melee stats despite armor piercing. They deal a good damage, but they require straight sight and yeah. If you want to make a pure melee missile unit, it's fine. But if I have to pay for an armor piercing melee damage as well, the situation changed a little. Then Ice Guards. 4th and 5th tier of the advanced military building, impressive missile power with the frostbite effect that make the enemies lower willing to take even more arrows, decent at melee but at the end like a mid-tier infantry, absolutely doomstackable, and for a fair price. The only problem is a specific high-tier building only for the 2 of them, and this drops the ranking remarkably. I will put the double sword version in the 8th tier, and the glaives one, where is it? Here, in the B tier, because yeah, 5 tier building to recruit them is really too much. Let's move to the cavalry. Dervishes tier 1 building are your only fast melee option till the 3rd tier, so unexpectedly for me are a B tier unit. They are very cheap, but great at their little job of harassing missile. Then we have horsemen with bows, with arch, that for me are more a C tier units. For me, I think we should make a big video just to talk about missile horsemen, but at the end they require a lot of micromanagement and I doubt their true value most of the time. They are good just at distracting large groups of enemies, enemy units from your main army, and that's it. Winged Lancers. For me, they are definitely a A tier unit, and the Griffon Legion, they are a B tier. They are both tough, high charge shock cavalry, fast enough to flank your enemy. For the first, you need the 3rd tier building of cavalry, and for the second, the 4th tier Tsar Guard building. Maybe for this reason, I will give them just a B. War Bear Riders, no doubt a overpowered unit. You need a 4th tier advanced building and a lot of money, but you get one of the best anti-large cavalry of the game, good armor, high defense for a cavalry and very funny to use. They can easily be the centerpiece of your army and doomstackable. War Sled, light and heavy, they require a specific advanced building, but they are more than you can ask for a chariot. Tough, collision attack, so expect an infinite charge from them, and a missile attack that actually deal damage compared to many other chariots of the game. In short, animal strength and gunpowder are A tier units for both. For me, I don't put them in the overpowered category because they require a specific building and cost opportunity wise you can find other valuable options. Little Grom, the only artillery piece of this roster, that's why its ranking rises. Fast for being a cannon, decent melee stats so you don't actually need to protect it a lot, and a huge explosive damage. This is a hard choice because I think it's between B and A, but I will put them in the A tier. It's wonderful at its job, but yeah, it still requires a very specific 4th tier building, and in high difficulty as all the other mortars, for example, it often misses the target, and you cannot rely only on it as an artillery superiority. Now let's move to the last section of this video, monsters and beasts. And the Snow Leopard is no doubt a C tier unit, at most. The only time I use one is with the Tsarina starting army, otherwise I would never recruit it. I mean, it can be useful to take down a mage in the early mid campaign, but you need to micromanage it a lot. An advanced building, and even if it's really fast, its damage is very poor, so very niche, but I would not waste precious slots for it. And believe me, I truly like this model and role. Frostwyrm, This is a personal battle I started when I opened this channel 1 year ago, and I'm planning to make a video about it because for me it's one of the most underrated units of the game. I will put them in the 8th tier. I know right now you probably want to throw the phone away, but I will make an extensive video of why I think this unit is truly worthy. So subscribe to the channel to not lose it, and let me just say it for now that it's a fast, good charge, a very good splash attack, frostbite, scaly skin, and the rest I will tell you in another video. Things of the Wood, a controversial lore choice because they are more a chaotic unit. Poor armor, mid speed, physical resistance, they are more worthy for their damaging anti-infantry charge. They require the same building chain of the Akshina, that with the Hug it's a very good selection of option. I truly like them, so for me a A tier. Elemental Bear, 5 tier building, very expensive, tough, but it's a very big target, so very vulnerable to missile and not that fast neither. It has a breath attack that does it works, but honestly with the many option Kislev unlock in the late game, this is not the best. I recruited more to have fun than because I need. It's a tank, but it doesn't absorb damage very good. So for me it will be just a B tier unit. Elemental Incarnate of Beast. Last element of this roster. It's a A tier unit for me. And this is a complicated choice, but I will explain you why. First, it's not a tank. Forget this. Very vulnerable to missiles, so avoid it against most of the other factions. It's made to smash. Grit, anti-infantry, armor piercing damage. Very good charge, better speed than the bear, less armor but far better melee stats. A couple of juicy passive ability that deals damage and reduce speeds to enemy nearby. For me this is what I look for in a melee monster. This is everything for today. Please comment, put a like and subscribe if you wanna see more videos like that, and I hope to see you on Friday with a new video. See you soon.